are going to go ahead and start our project. So what I want to know and what I want to make sure is, let's go ahead and go through our art supplies for our giant octopus project today. Can you put your hand on your big piece of A3 art paper? We're going to be creating on that today. I'm going to draw all my outlines in my black Sharpie marker. Give that a wave. We're going to start with this one. I can see those. I'm going to do some details with my oil pastels. You might have crayons, which is just as good. And finally, I have my watercolor paints. And then I've got a medium round paintbrush with a lovely round tip. Do you know what? I can see almost every single person has the same paints as me. These are my favorite. Okay, so let's go ahead, start our giant octopus. I'm going to use my Sharpie marker. Can you have yours ready, holding in your hand? And I'm going to start at the bottom of the page. So let's put 3 fingers from the bottom of the page, 3 or 4, and put a little dot just above. So I've got actually 4 fingers. The first line is really wobbly. Here I go. I'm doing a really wobbly, wavy line all the way across. I don't have to touch the edge, but I go pretty much almost to the edge. We're going to sit our giant octopus on that line. So the first shape to do is right in the middle, and it's the head. Can you put your fist in the middle above that line? And now I want you to kind of spread it out a little bit. I would like to see your octopus head bigger than your fist. So it's kind of like about that big. So let's see. It looks like this. Here I go. I'm going to start on the wavy line. I'm going to go up, 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 like an upside down U, around and back. And I think these little octopuses is going to have 2 eyes just peeping above the water. So let's draw one little circle eye, and you can kind of color that in. I'm going to draw another little circle eye, and I'm going to color in a little pupil. Just like that. And on mine, I've got lots of spots, but I'm going to show you how to do that at the end. Okay. Show me how many tentacles octopuses have in the screen. Hold your hands up. How many? Ari says 8. Sabrina Sheridan say 8. Okay, you got it. We might not draw 8, but let's go ahead and do a few. So one way to do your tentacles are like this. I'm going to do an upside down U, and then a smaller one inside. It's like poking out. I'm going to do another upside down U. So it's almost like it's going under the water, then up, under the water, then up. And I might even kind of squeeze in a smaller one. So I can do a tentacle like that, going up and down out of the water. I can also do a tentacle like this, starting at the water. I'm going to do a really squiggly, wavy line coming above its head. And then start at the tip and come all the way back, disappearing underneath the water. So I've got one really big one. Guys, you can do these however you like. I think I'm going to do another one coming out of the water over here. So let's see, I'm going to start at the waterline. I'm going to come up in a real big curl. And then I'm going to follow it back. It's skinny at the top. And then as I get towards the ocean, it gets a little fatter. Okay, I think I might just fit that many on that side. I reckon that could be about 4. Do you think we can try that on the other side as well? So let's go ahead and try. So this one for me, I'm going to do one coming straight up out of the water, and it's kind of going above its head. I'm starting to come back, and it's getting a little thicker as I get towards the ocean. I love the idea of poking out in a big kind of upside down U shape. So here I go. I'm going to do a big upside down U, and then a smaller one inside. This little tentacle's peeking out. I'm going to leave a gap and do it again, a little smaller. And if you definitely have more gaps, then put in another tentacle. So mine might come up here in like a big curl and back towards the ocean. So every time, if you did this project 2 or 3 times, your tentacles might look different every single time. That's what I'm hoping yours look like, all different. Are you ready to hold up your heads and your tentacles before we put some spots on? Okay, let's take a look. Here we go. They must look giant. 3, 2, 1. How are our giant octopuses looking? Clementine, that's so giant. So is yours, Josie. Well done, Leo. I love all those up and down tentacles from Ari. Isabella has ones going really curly. Well done, Ruby, Sabrina, and Sheridan, and Ivy. That is great. Really neat, all of you. Okay. So if you want to, we could add some patterns with our Sharpie marker. Octopuses have these circular suction things on their tentacles. Has anyone seen those? Give me a thumbs up if you've seen those little suction circles. So what I'm going to do is on one side of a tentacle, I'm just going to put some circles. Not all over the tentacle, but just kind of like up one little edge. And I'm going to do that on as many as I like. So you might want to put some on all of them. If you have a really skinny tentacle, you don't have to put these circles on. But these are the little suctions. I'm going to put them on the inside of the tentacles that are going up and under the water. And I can color these in with my crayons or my oil pastel. Some are big, some are small. Let's go ahead and put some circles on the other side. And if you want to, you could put some on the head, kind of around the outside of the head. That could be a really nice way to introduce another color as well. And you know what, everyone? We don't have much more to do with our Sharpie marker. I have got a bunch of tentacles. And I think, let's see, I'm going to do some circles around the outside of the head. So this is like a pattern. Someone reminded me the other day of an octopus called a blue ring octopus. Have you guys ever heard of a blue ring octopus? Isabella has, Ari has, and Zoe. So they are quite small, but they are really deadly and poisonous. And you'll know if you see one because it's got these blue rings. Kind of like we're drawing now. We're drawing these circles. On a blue ring octopus, they'd be all blue. So you might want to color yours in blue. Maybe it's giant and deadly, your octopus today. Okay. He has been covered in spots. Are you guys ready for the next step? I can see Ivy has got hers all ready to go. Good job, Ivy. Some people are still doing some spots, which is great. Always towards the end of the lesson, I ask, have you got a name for the creature that we are creating today? So you might like to think about that. What's the crazy name for your giant octopus? Kind of like the crazy Loch Ness monster, but this time it's an octopus. Okay. On 3, let's hold up these octopuses with their suction circles. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. These look a million times better with all these circle details. I'm so glad you added these ones. Excellent work from everybody. Okay. I think we don't even need to do more circles. If you are ready, let's go ahead and do the next line. So can you guys see my ocean is split in 3? I've got blue, purple, then dark blue. So what I want you to do is kind of measure behind the head. My head stops here. So I'm going to do my line a little bit lower than the head. And it looks like this. I'm going to start at one side. I'm going to do a wavy line. Wavy, wavy. Jump over the tentacles. Wavy, wavy. Jump over the head. All the way across. Wavy, 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 wavy. So that line for me is about halfway, but yours might be taller or smaller depending on how big your octopus is. And then we're going to do one more line with our Sharpie marker. So look at this. I'm just going to go up a little bit. I want you to leave space for your sun, okay? So make sure you leave space for your sun. Here I go. I'm just going to do one more line. Wobbly, wobbly, wobbly. This is the line where the ocean meets the land, or the ocean meets the sky. Does anybody know what that line is called? Where the ocean meets the sky. Does anyone know what that line might be called? Go ahead, Ari. What is that line called?
The horizon.
That's correct. It's the horizon line. You are right. If you guys have space, you could put something sitting on that horizon line. You could do a boat. You could do a little bit of land with a lighthouse. So that's what I'm going to do. Over on the right-hand side, I'm going to draw a little piece of land. It's really small because it's so far in the distance. It's going to go all the way to the edge. And I might even do another kind of mountain piece of land popping up over that one. So I've got two. One's bigger and one's smaller. And if you want, you could put a lighthouse on it or a little tiny house. But you do want to make sure they're really tiny. So I think a lighthouse for me, I'm going to draw a rectangle. And it's got a little tiny roof on top. And then a big upside down U shape where I can color in yellow, like it's the light from the lighthouse. And maybe a tiny little door with a tiny little window. So you might want to put a boat, you might put mountains, you might put a little house. I put like a big mound of land with a lighthouse on top. So this is really fun because this is where all of our projects might look a little different. I do not need my Sharpie marker anymore. So I'm going to put it away, put the lid on. And I'm going to get out my my oil pastels or my crayons. But before we do, let's take a look at our outlines before we add color. 3, 2, 1. I can see lots of layers of ocean and some land and houses at the back. I can see a boat from Isabella. I can see lots of horizon things from Ivy. Well done, Leo. I can see a lighthouse too. Good job, Ari, Zoe. Everybody's looks excellent. So the first thing, can you guys decide what color is your octopus? Mine was red here. And remember, if you're going to draw your ocean blue, paint your ocean blue, you don't want a blue octopus. So today, I'm going to do an orange octopus because I think my ocean might be green, greeny blue, I think. Yellow could look cool. Pink octopus could look great. So once you've decided, I'm getting my oil pastel in orange and I'm going to do a big outline. So I am going straight over the top of my Sharpie marker and I'm outlining my octopus in the color that I like, and my color is orange. I'm also going to go ahead and color in the little dots. And I think my dots today are going to be either pink or red. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to outline my octopus and then color in the dots with my oil pastels or my crayons. Okay, now let's hear from Clementine and Charlotte, what color have you decided to do your octopus, you two? Go ahead and let us know.
Red, green.
Red and green from Clementine and Charlotte. Can I hear the color from Sabrina and Sheridan? What color have you guys decided to do yours?
Mine is orange. Purple.
Oh, cool. Orange and purple. I'm going to grab my pink oil pastel and I'm going to kind of color in those little suction dots pink. And remember, with our oil pastels, what we're doing in this project is just outlines. So we're not coloring in huge sections. I love using them for outlines. Now, Leo Parker, what color is your octopus today?
Red.
Red from Leo. And Leo, does your octopus have a name? Have you got a name for it yet?
No.
Well, I might ask you at the very end. You can tell me what name you've thought of, okay? Go ahead, Ruby. What color is your octopus?
I'm doing it. A little bit of yellow and orange, but I'm just doing the outlines with orange, and then I'm gonna do the inside with yellow, and I'm doing a little bit of red and pink sections.
That's a great plan, Ruby. And can I ask what color you've thought of for the ocean? What 3 different colors?
I think I have yellow, green, and blue.
Great. I was almost considering doing yellow as well. I think that would look great. Okay, now let's check in Isabel or Isabella. What color is your octopus today?
My octopus colors is pink and purple.
And Isabella, what do you think for your ocean? Have you got an idea for the colored ocean?
I think I might have an idea.
Yeah.
I think I do.
Do you think maybe, so if it's pink and purple, did you say pink and purple octopus?
Yes, pink and purple octopus.
Do you think maybe some like aqua greeny blues?
Oh yeah, I can do. Well, I have like a green aqua Sharpie, but not in like aqua crayon.
What about even blues and dark blues? Could look great for your ocean.
Oh yeah, I have blue and dark blue. And
yeah.
Dark.
Because we're going to paint the ocean, so I'm sure you've got blue and
I have
dark
this
blue
one.
paint.
These are 2 different types of blues.
I think that sounds good. Now, guys, are we ready for the next step with our oil pastels? Have we outlined our octopus? We're still going. So if you are up to it, you could go ahead and outline your bits of ocean. And I am thinking, I like the idea of green, blue, aqua, those type of colors. So I'm going to get those colored oil pastels and let's see, I'm going to do some yellow oil pastel. Look what I'm doing. I'm going along the ocean line because I know I'm going to paint this section green. And I'm going to put some really wobbly green lines. And I know if I paint over the top, I'll probably still see these lines. This is just giving the idea like the ocean is super wavy and bumpy. So you might like to decide your colors and go ahead and do that as well. So I'm going over the really big one. I'm creating some with some green, and who knows what happens when I use a white oil pastel and paint over the top? Does anyone know what happens? Go ahead, Josie. What happens when I use white?
It stays white.
It does. When you paint over the top, it gets revealed, stays white. So I'm going to do some white wavy lines. You're not going to see it in the video, but when we paint it, you will absolutely see it. So there we go. I'm doing some white wobbly lines, some green. I'm going to do another kind of aqua-y green along here. So I've got 3 different colors, a green, a kind of greeny blue, and then a blue. So I'm just going to do some more wobbly lines peeking in between the octopus tentacles in my dark green. And that's what you guys can go ahead and do once you've finished outlining your octopus. And we're just doing tiny little line details, no coloring in with our oil pastels yet. All the color is done with our paintbrush and our watercolor paints. Now I want to ask Ari and Zoe, what colors were your octopus and what colors are your ocean?
I've got 2 things to tell you.
Go ahead.
So my colors on my octopus are red and orange, and the ocean is the same as the one that you already finished.
Oh, cool. Light blue, purple, dark blue.
And
fantastic.
also the name for my octopus is going to be Kraken.
Cracking.
Kraken.
Go ahead, Zoe.
And then the name of my octopus is going to be Octi.
Octi. Okay, I've got some names, Cracking and Octi. So I want to know who is up to the ocean with their oil pastels. Ivy is super speedy. She's got her paintbrush out almost. So let's go ahead. Thumbs up. Who's up to the ocean? If that is you, let's put some wobbly lines in the different ocean sections. Mine's light green, aqua, and then a blue at the back. Remember to use a little bit of white oil pastel as well. So you won't see what I'm doing, but I've got my white oil pastel. I'm doing wobbly lines, and that's just going to come up when we paint over the top. So soon we can kind of color in with oil pastel our little hills or our mountains or our boat, if that's where you're up to. But let's take a look at these colored outlines. Let's go. Hold them up on 3. 3, 2, 1. Let's see these beautiful octopus outlines. I can see lots of different colored ones and some ocean outlines happening there too. Excellent, everybody. So what I want you to notice is I have probably heaps more wavy lines in my ocean sections. Can you make sure you put those little wavy lines in yours? I've got a green section, aqua, and then a blue. So go ahead and add maybe 5 more to each section because I reckon you could fit them. And then if you've drawn a boat, go ahead, color it in with oil pastel. If you've drawn a mountain, you could color that one in. Now, Leo Malloy, what colors have you chosen for your ocean and your octopus so far? Go ahead, Leo.
Purple, green, blue.
Is that for the ocean?
Yeah.
And what color is your octopus?
Red and blue.
Excellent.
Well,
hey, Leo, does your octopus have a name?
not yet.
All right, when you're ready, put your hand up
And
you can
also-
tell me the name. So guys, I am using my brown oil pastel right now, and I'm just coloring in with my oil pastel the little kind of mountain right at the back. It's brown. You could do different colors though. And I'm going to color in the other one too. I've got a big space there for my sunrise. So that's what we can do next once we've got our little wobbly lines in our ocean. I might do a really bright green for the mountain there too, and a bit of yellow for the lighthouse. I've got to think of a name for mine. I kind of like Jaffa as a name for a red octopus, but mine's not red. Or Cheezel for an orange one like mine. Hey there, Ruby, I can see your hand up. Go ahead, Ruby.
I just want to tell you, Georgie, I'm on low battery, so I won't get to see much of the show, but I'm just starting painting, okay?
Thanks for letting me know, Ruby. Do you have a charger? Because that could be one thing you could put in.
Do we have a charger somewhere?
It's just not bold enough to reach.
That's okay. I know, Ruby, you know what to do. And I'm always recording, so I can send you the recording. So everybody, I have done my ocean outlines, my wobbly lines, colored in my mountain, and that little lighthouse at the back. So I'm pretty soon starting my painting. Can you give me a thumbs up if you are ready for painting? I know lots of people, this is your favorite part. I can see some thumbs up. So if you are still outlining, that is completely fine. I'm going to put my oil pastel lid back on. If you're finished with these, I'd like you to pack them up, put your lid back on, and let's put them away. And now I'm going to get out my paintbrush. This is my favorite. Whose favorite part of the project is painting? Give me a thumbs up if your favorite's painting. I could see lots of thumbs up. That is mine as well. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go with orange. So I'm going to spin my little paintbrush around my disc 10 times. I'm counting 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to go ahead and paint right on top of all of those little suction pink little circles that I did. I don't even have to go around them because they're oil pastel. So that would be the next step. Let's paint our octopus. And then we're going to go with our ocean. And I'm interested if you've got a little name to share. I think I'm going to call my giant octopus Ginger the Giant Octopus. Sounds a little mischievous and scary. Okay, I can see Clementine, your hands up. Go ahead, Clementine.
Our name octopuses are Bob 1 and Bob 2.
Bob 1 and Bob 2. That's kind of like bananas in pajamas, like B1 and B2. I think they're going to have to sit on the wall next to each other. That sounds really fun. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and paint my tentacles. Now, Ivy, do you have a name for your octopus, or do you want to tell me the color that you're painting right now? You just unmute yourself, Ivy, and then you can let me know. So what you can do is unmute yourself, Ivy, or you can hold it up if you want.
And then you can talk.
I'm going to do light purple for my octopus's arms, and then I'm going to put blue for the head.
Ivy, that sounds great. I love that you've got 2 colors for your octopus. Hey, Ivy, does your octopus have a name?
No, not yet.
Okay, you tell me when you're ready, when you've got a name, okay? That sounds great. So these fun facts about these octopuses, we found out that they squirt ink as a distraction if anything is kind of ready to pounce and eat them. They also have 3 hearts. Someone told me 3 hearts 8 legs. They have thousands of little suction caps on their legs. And you know what? They're also collectors. So that means at the bottom of the ocean floor, they go ahead and collect little shells. If someone from fishing has thrown things overboard, like plastic cups or even jewelry or hairbrushes, they collect them. They really love a whole collection of little treasures, which is just incredible. My octopus is peeping out. Look, everybody, is yours peeping out of your ocean now that you've got some color on it? I am excited to see these octopuses and all of their crazy colors. I'm going to get you to hold your artwork up just to see these colored octopuses, and then we'll get to our ocean. So let's take a look on 3. You guys can check everyone's out. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. How are our octopuses looking? I can see heaps of colored legs. Well done, Ari, Zoe, Sabrina, and Sheridan. I can see Josie's is orange. Leo's is, I think that's orange from Leo. And Leo Malloy has done heaps of colors of blue and red. Well done. Okay, so I'm going to get to the ocean. So I had a little person come and disturb us just now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab some green. I'm doing green, then aqua. And here I go. I'm just painting left to right, left to right. Really great idea if you can have long brush strokes with your ocean, everybody. Left to right all the way. So then we can get a really smooth looking ocean. I can see those white oil pastel lines. They are coming up. Now I've got some color over the top. So I think we had, was it Cracking the Octopus? We had Octi. We had Bob 1, Bob 2. We have Ginger the Octopus. Has anybody else got a special name for their octopus today? Okay, Leo Parker. What is yours called?
Octillery.
Wow. Octillery. You know, your octopus sounds really wise and clever. I think octopuses are very, very clever creatures. So we have Octillery there too. And I am going ahead with my ocean. I can see Ruby, your hands up. Go ahead, Ruby.
Tilly.
Tilly from Ruby. That sounds like a lovely name. Is your octopus really friendly, Tilly? I mean, Ruby?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got a friendly giant one. That sounds good. All right. What about you, Isabella?
My octopus name is what's it again? Pinky Puss.
Pinky Puss. And is that because it's pink and purple as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, that suits it. Okay, now Isabella, what part of the ocean are you painting?
Well, I'm not painting the ocean yet. I'm
Are
still
you
painting my octopus.
Sure, that sounds good. You keep painting
still
your
painting
that octopus.
the
That sounds good. Some people, I think, have put heaps of legs on their octopus. So that means they need to be a little careful and take their time. I love this bright green ocean so far. And the next one I'm going to do is this aqua bluey green. So that's for me next. And I'm going to go ahead, check in with Ari. I know you're on your ocean, Ari. What part are you painting right now?
The part on the bottom part.
What color's on the bottom for you?
Blue.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You're going to do blue, purple, and dark blue, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Now, Zoe, do you want to tell me which part are you painting right now?
The bottom.
Is
Of the
yours
ocean.
blue as well?
No, mine is purple.
Oh, that sounds good. I'm excited to see. I would really love to go into an ocean that's kind of pinks and purples instead of blue. Don't you think that could be crazy and amazing? I think there is a place in the world where there must be a pink ocean. Maybe it's the Red Sea. Okay, I'm continuing painting. Now, Leo Malloy, I suspect, have you finished your ocean? Where are you up to? Do you want to hold it up or do you want to let me know?
I have.
I thought you'd finished your ocean, and I can see heaps of details on yours too. I really like all those kind of patterns on the octopus's head. Hey Leo, do you want to tell me what was your decision about those patterns on the octopus's head? They look great.
They're like, if you can't, like, you made the little dot things, like the blue lines. Those, if you like try to eat them, it's like deadly, like you can't eat them.
Are they like to kind of warn people away from the octopus? Yeah.
Yeah, but they change color after they go away to trick them.
I knew there would be a really cool story about that for you. Well done. So you know what, Leo, this is optional if you want, because we're going to paint the sky soon. But remember in some other classes that you've joined, we have drawn a little detail on a page and cut it out and stuck it on. So you could, if you wanted to, draw some more boats or some fish on a separate piece of paper. You could cut them out as if they're swimming through your ocean. That could be something extra if you wanted to before we paint the sky. You could just do it with crayons and markers. Okay, everybody, I have a green ocean, an aqua ocean, and I'm up to a blue ocean. So I've got 3 sections, and I wanted to see where you guys are up to as well. So let's check in, because I think we'll have some really beautiful colors on our oceans. Let's go ahead and show on 3. 3, 2, 1. I can see Clementine's ocean of blue, purple, and blue. And a really cool pink ocean from Zoe. Good job, Isabella. I can see you're starting your blue, and same as Josie. Well done. I can see Sheridan and Sabrina. You've got your ocean there too. You guys are doing a really great job. Now, you know what? If your ocean is taking a little while to paint, you can always add a little bit more water to your paper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you right now. I've got nothing on my paintbrush except water. And I'm going to go back and forth over my ocean. I'm going to get a little bit of paint. I'm going to put it on, and it spreads really quickly and really easily because my paper is already wet. So you can try that. You don't always need heaps of paint. And watercolors are a great way to kind of test out how much paint and how much water works for you. So my blue is on its way, and then we can go ahead and start with the sky. If you have some of pinky, yellowy, orangey ocean, you might want to do a different colored sky today. I'm going to do a sunset. I really like the yellows and the oranges. So that's going to be mine. And I think, you know what? I have seen everybody here before. So that means you guys have already another artwork to go with your octopus. Does somebody want to tell me their favorite artwork so far that they have painted on Zoom in our classes? Do you guys have a favorite one? I heard from Josie, her favorite was the castle. Go ahead, Clementine, what's been your favorite artwork?
Probably the octopus.
Oh, you love this one? That's great. This one is really kind of summery, isn't it? Because it's getting into the warmer weather where you might go to the beach. Now, what about, let's check Sabrina and Sheridan. You've done heaps of art. What's been your favorite artwork so far?
The Father's Day ice cream.
The ice cream. I thought you might have said the beautiful bird because you guys did an amazing, beautiful bird.
My favorite artwork is the bird.
Yeah, the bird. I thought that you might like it. I can see Ari is holding up his folio collection of art during lockdown. That looks amazing, Ari. It's a really nice way to keep it all safe. Okay, boys and girls, I have got fresh water because I'm about to start yellow sun for the sunrise and I do not want to use muddy water. So if you need fresh water, I'm going to give you a moment to run and fill up with fresh water. I think that's a really good idea. Sometimes halfway through your projects, you definitely want to go ahead and fill with fresh water. And I'd love to show you how to create this sunrise. So once your fresh water is done, you can definitely come back to the ocean because the ocean's really easy. We're just going to do block color for the ocean. But it might be a fun thing to do the sky all at the same time and let our ocean dry a little bit. So give me a thumbs up if you have fresh water. I can see Ivy has got it, so does Leo and Clementine. We don't want to use yellow in a muddy water. So can we move to the sky? I don't mind if you haven't finished the ocean because we're going to do that after our sky. And I think this is a really fun thing to do together. So if you are up on the horizon line with me, I'm going to get a yellow for my sun. What do you think? I think yellow could be good, maybe orange, maybe pink. And here I go. I'm going to create an upside down U shape or like a rainbow arch. My sun is peeping over the horizon line just here. And I can just paint it, color it in. So it's a beautiful golden sun. And that's going to work well if you didn't paint your ocean gold. I think that could look great. And now once we have a beautiful golden sun, we can use our paintbrush to do a few little paintbrush strokes, which are like sun rays. So Ivy, if you're ready for your sky, let's go ahead and grab some little yellow on our paintbrush and look what I'm doing, everyone. I'm going to go dash, 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 dash all the way around my sun. And what I'm doing is just pressing my paintbrush onto the page and having a little tiny brush stroke. And I'm going to do a few rows on yellow and then I'm going to switch to another color. So if you like this idea for your sunrise and your sun rays, you can go ahead and fill your sky with heaps of little dashes. I think I'm going to switch over to an orange and do now some orange dashes. So I've done yellow. I'm going to go ahead with orange. Now let's see, what color have you decided, Clementine? I know you're up to the sky. What color are you doing in your sky?
Yellow, orange, red.
Yes. And what type of colors are yellow, orange, and red? Do you remember what we call them? that starts with W.
Warm colors.
That's it. We are doing warm colors because we have cool colors in our ocean. You're correct. So here I go with some orange strokes, and some of these might even overlap my yellow ones. So there's some little yellow and orange sun rays going around in this big, beautiful arch shape. And I'm just taking my time with my brush strokes to make them very neat. And let's check in now with Josie. Josie, are you doing your sun or your sky? Where are you up to, Josie?
My sun.
And what color have you decided to put on your sun and your sky?
Yellow.
Yellow for you. Have you got other colors in mind for your sky?
Yes.
That sounds good. I would like to do a little bit of like pink. I think some pink in the sky. I love seeing pink in the sky. And let's see now, Leo Malloy, have you done your sky? Where are you up to? I'm wondering if you did some extra little drawings. You can let me know.
Well, I'm almost finished. I gotta do a few more colors and then I'm done.
Is
But I
that
didn't
for the
add-
sky?
Yeah, but I didn't add any more stuff.
Okay, well, I'm excited to see when it's done. I'm going to do a few more as well, and I'm going to go ahead with this like pinky kind of color. I'm putting a few dashes of pink, and I might even go into like a red or a purple. Go ahead, Clementine. I can see that your hand is up.
I finished the sky.
Really? Okay. Do you know what I want you to do? Is get your paintbrush and go over some wiggly lines. If you did like a blue, do like a dark blue wiggly line just to highlight those little oil pastel strokes. So just do that with your paintbrush, okay? That's extra. So I might even do that with mine. It just can be optional extra at the end if you want to do it. All right, now, Isabella, I can see you're painting super productively just there. Do you want to let me know, Isabella, which part of your project you're painting? That's okay. You can unmute yourself, Isabella, and let me know if you like, or even you could just hold it up to me. I think she is super busy painting hers, so I'm going to keep going with my pink brush strokes. And I'll add an optional extra detail if you want to put this on the ocean. That will be my next step. But my goodness, we have been painting for so long, nearly an hour. I can't wait to see all of these artworks. Go ahead, Zoe. I can see that your hand is up.
I finished the sky.
Have you? Okay. You know what, Zoe? I am nearly finished. And I'm going to show you something extra in a second. Okay, so let me just finish off my sky too. This one is extra, and I think, Clementine, have you finished? Your hands up. Go ahead.
I finished my sky.
And what colors did you do, Charlotte?
Yellow, orange, and red.
That sounds good. Okay, well, in a moment, we're going to hold it up. I'm nearly done. I think I'm done. I did some yellow, orange, pink, and purple in my sky. So we are going to go ahead, hold it up, but we still have some minutes left of our lesson that I want you to try something only if you have finished your sky. So let's take a look. On 3, here we go. Take a look at everybody's 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, Leo, it is amazing. It stands out so beautifully. Well done, Isabella. Great brush strokes in the sky. I can see some really neat pictures from Clementine and Charlotte, and Leo has so many extra details. Well done, Sabrina and Sheridan there. I can see Zoe's with a pink ocean, and I can see Ivy's with your really cool orange ocean for you too. Okay, so people, here is an idea. If you have finished your ocean, I'm going to get a color on my paintbrush that's darker than my ocean. So I did light green. So right now I'm getting a little bit of a dark green on my paintbrush. You can add this and it really makes it look very interesting. I'm going to do a little wobbly line in a bit of a dark green, just a few in this section. Can you see them stand out? This is going to just add a little detail and make my ocean look really wavy. You can practice really fine brush strokes. So I'm using a dark green on my light green. And I think I'm going to use a really kind of dark blue on my aqua. Let's see if that will work. So grab your paintbrush. I think your details are what make your artwork look incredible. So I'm going to use a dark blue on the next section. Go ahead, Sabrina and Sheridan, I can see your hands up.
I know why octopuses collect treasure so they can make houses.
Oh, is that why they do it?
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, that is a really good fact. Thanks for sharing that one with us.
And also that
Yeah.
my octopus, his name is called Spotty.
Spotty from you. And what about your sister?
My one is Squirky.
Sparky?
No, Squirky. Squirky.
Oh, I got it. Spotty and Squirky. Okay, I like those. Now, guys, I am just doing fine brush stroke, wobbly lines. I hope you're putting these on. We have a couple of more minutes, and these are just going to make your artwork have extra details and look really, really professional. I'm doing wobbly lines there in a dark blue. Okay, and I've got one more section to put some beautiful, fine, wavy lines before we finish up. All right, now let's see. Clementine, go ahead. I can see your hands up.
I already did the lines.
Yeah, I bet you did. And what do you think of adding the lines? What was your reaction to adding the lines?
Made it look better.
Okay, there you go. Clementine thinks the little wavy brush stroke lines made her artwork look better. So that's why I think it's a really fun one to add. And you know what? You might not see it super clearly in the video because they're so tiny, but I promise it looks really great. I have finished with my wavy lines. I'm going to give you just a moment to go ahead and do yours. And we are nearly ready for our last show and tell. If you have finished like Clementine has, I want you to wash your paintbrush out. I'm going to tap it on the edge and I'm going to put it in a jar standing upright. So my bristles keep nice and safe. I'm never going to put it like this because then it gets a bad hair day. So I'm going to store it upright, and I have the lid here for my paints. So if you have a lid and you have finished, you can go ahead and put the lid on and clean up your space before we have one last show and tell. Now, boys and girls, I'm going to go ahead and let's see. This picture is what we are creating on Wednesday. So we are doing a fox with a flower crown, and these little flowers, we're actually going to cut out of colored card and stick them on maybe with some glitter or whatever kind of collage details that you like. So this is going to be our fun project on Wednesday. If you want to go ahead and create at 4 o'clock on Wednesday as well. And I do have another project next week, but let's see if I can find it. It's going to be in my file somewhere. I think I have lost him. We are going to do some crazy cactus next week, which is going to be great. So, are you ready? The last time to show your octopuses. Here we go on 3. I can't wait to see these. 3, 2, 1. Incredible from everybody. Oh my goodness, look at all the different colors, and the tentacles are going every which way. Well done for the brush strokes, everyone. I can see lots of little details on the horizon line that are extra. Everybody did a magnificent job. Can everyone have a look at everyone else's art? Make sure you're looking. It's so nice to see so many different outcomes with our project today. So guys, remember always you can take a photo and email it to me because I always reply with some feedback to you. I can see Clementine, go ahead, ask your question.
I put 12 legs on mine.
I don't know how you even fit 12. You're going to have to send me a photo, okay? I can't wait to see it.